West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
It's the 3rd of June 2024 and you're most welcome to the NILE cast only on West Nile Television. Thank you viewers for always taking the time to come and be with us every day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Okumaringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories this evening, let's have more of what's happening in the headlines. In the headlines tonight, Acholi leaders receive calls to serve God. City chokes on uncollected garbage. And in sports, Onduparaka humbles Calvary in the final game of the season. This and more in the NILEcast News Bulletin. A very good evening, viewer. You're most welcome again to the NILEcast only on West Nile Television. Now let's dive into some of the stories of the evening. Acholi leaders have been advised to always come close and serve God so as to live as an example for others. This remark was made during a colorful wedding ceremony of Justice Minister on Constitutional Affairs Honorable Norbert Mao, which attracted a number of dignitaries, including Deputy Speaker of Parliament Honorable Thomas Tayebwa, and other politicians and leaders from across the country. Stephen Okello reports.
Norbert Mao was ushered in the church with a colorful, actually traditional royal dance, Pula dance. Bula dance indicate how proud the Acholi community was to see their own taking his wife to the church. Government officials physically witness ground entrance and takings of vows to cement their holy matrimonials.
Beatrice, take this ring as a sign of my love and fidelity. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Bishop Emeritus John Baptist Odama administered that taking of votes and tying of the knots.
I'm very grateful to God that at my time of retirement, I am presiding over a wedding of an honorable minister for the first time in this cathedral.
Encourage all government officials to emulate what Mao had done and emphasize the essence of marriage between man and a woman.
Suppose my lady mother decided to go and get married to another woman, would you have seen John Baptist Odama here? Then what are we arguing about? And the worst thing is to train these young kids like this one to say, don't go for wife and husband. Go for man and man, woman and woman. Training these young kids to get that level. Where are we going?
Sheikh Musa Khalil, the vice chairman at Acholi Religious Leaders and Peace Initiative, thanks government through parliament for passing laws that protect the moral life of Ugandans.
I would like to applaud the members of Parliament of Uganda for standing firm to make sure that the bill that put Uganda morally right.
Meanwhile, Jochibola described the wedding as one of the kind that is changing the narrative of Acholi in the central region.
This is a resemblance of love from both bringing unity, peace and diversity of 330 kilometers. That is the Buganda that Mao has got to Acholi. And this is a civilicity that we are one no matter where we come from.
Mao's reception was held at Kidere village, the country home of Norbert Mao.
Moving on to Aras City, locals in Aras City have continued to decry the poor state of garbage disposal in the city as a result of failure by the authority to move off the garbage to the compost site. The affected, most especially the business community, who have been remitting to the city council in form of taxes and tax dues, have expressed dissatisfaction over the matter. Farish Majid reports.
Norbert Mao was ushered in the church with a colorful Acholi traditional royal dance, Pula dance. Pula dance indicate how proud the Acholi community was to see their own taking his wife to the church. Government officials physically witnessed ground entrance and takings of vows to cement their holy matrimonials.
Beatrice, take this ring as a sign of my love and fidelity. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Bishop Emeritus John Baptist Odama administered that taking of votes and tying of the knots.
I'm very grateful to God that at my time of retirement, I am presiding over a wedding of an honorable minister for the first time in this cathedral.
Encourage all government officials to emulate what Mao had done and emphasize the essence of marriage between man and a woman.
Suppose my late mother decided to go and get married to another woman, would you have seen John Baptist Odama here? Then what are we arguing about? And the worst thing is to train these young kids like this one to say, don't go for wife and husband. Go for man and man, woman and woman. Training these young kids to get that level. Where are we going?
Sheikh Musa Kelil, the vice chairman at Acholi Religious Leaders and Peace Initiative, thanks government through parliament for passing laws that protect the moral life of Ugandans.
I would like to applaud the members of Parliament of Uganda for standing firm to make sure that the bill that put Uganda morally right.
Meanwhile, Jochibola described the wedding as one of the kind that is changing the narrative of Acholi in the central region.
This is a resemblance of love from both bringing unity, peace and diversity of 330 kilometers. That is the Buganda that Mao has got to Acholi. And this is a civilicity that we are one no matter where we come from.
Mao's reception was held at Kidere village, the country home of Norbert Mao.
During a consultation of the different stakeholders on the Anti-Counterfeit Bill 2023 recently, the locals of West Nile Sub-Region have accepted to move the bill to help curb the vice, which has over the years made millions of people encounter losses as a result of scrupulous persons. During the meeting, many of the locals expressed concern on the implementation, with many calling for harsh punishment for those who will violate the law. Horaco Benson Pastore reports.
The stakeholders, among whom include the business community, the academia, and security leadership in West Nile Sub-Region, have appreciated and are looking forward for the passing of the proposed Anti-Counterfeit Bill of 2023 that seeks to regulate counterfeit and substandard goods and services from infiltrating the market. During a stakeholder consultative meeting to pick the ideas of the communities on proposed Anti-Counterfeit Bill 2023, that's yet in draft format in Nairobi City, Council Fred Mwema, the chairperson for Anti-Counterfeit Network Africa, the organizers of the meeting, explains why the need for the law.
This law, this bill, is supposed to promote and protect genuine trade, legitimate business. If you are doing anything, you're making your soap, or you're a genuine distributor and so on, this law is supposed to protect you. This law is supposed to fight that unfairness that you're talking about, even in terms of services.
Some of the stakeholders expressed their views as this.
If Joshua or Jamal, who is coming from an Indian country or from Asia, manufacturing, because he comes here to only make money, his family are not here, he will make it.
I am saying,
how do we deal with that?
I know you guys are moving and collecting people's views. You will seek to harmonize. Please do that in your harmonization.
Joseph Kizito, the head of Consumer Affairs at Uganda Communications Commission, the body mandated to regulate communication services, explains why they're interested in the bill.
Yeah, as the regulator of communication services, that is broadcast, radio and TV, telephone, postal, internet, we are charged with ensuring that the ordinary citizen, the end user, gets fairness, gets quality.
Josephine Anguchia, the Uganda Police Public Relations Officer for West Nile Region, calls for stringent punishments to corrupt officers to curb the vice of dealing in fake products.
Yes, it's true. We have been having laws, penal code, there are some acts here and there, UNPS Act and so on. But when you look at these laws, they have not been strong enough to pinch the perpetrators.
Honorable Oguzuli, the Marta County Member of Parliament, says the aspect of counterfeit has been a great challenge cutting across so many sectors of the economy.
Globally, according to International Chamber of Commerce, the economic impact of counterfeits is estimated at $4.2 trillion. They have also estimated from their 2022 report that 5,400,000 jobs are at stake if we do not deal with the problem.
The proposed private members' bill will be passed after a consultation of different stakeholders from across the entire country to have their inputs on punishments within the law, as this is expected to address the challenge of counterfeit goods and services. Horaco Benson Pastore, Farsi Majid, West Nile Television Nilecast.
Welcome back from the weekend and also new month. My name is Horaco Benson Pastore. Today is already 3rd of June and the year is 2024. So many things happened in the world of sports over the weekend. We had the final of UEFA Champions League and also big league coming to an end in Ugandan football. But before we take a look at what transpired in UEFA Champions League final, let's first kickstart everything with what is happening within the nation of Uganda in the world of sports, and now on it within West Nile region. Of course, there was a very big encounter at Ababet Gulai Stadium, and we saw the FIFA Big League coming to an end, and it ended with a convincing win for the team of Onduparaka as they managed to humble a team that comes from Yumbe, Midgo Calval, by 3-0 in West Nile FIFA Big League derby. Let's first take a look at the story before I give you more updates about FIFA Big League.
Onduparaka Football Club ended 2023-2024 FIFA Big League campaign with the dramatic 3-0 humbling of Calvary Football Club in West Nile Derby, played at Ababet Gulai Stadium on Sunday, 2nd of June 2024. The final game then leaves Onduparaka at number 4 with 44 points, whereas Calvary, that lost the final encounter to Caterpillars, finished the season at number 10 with 32 points. Fabio Borin, assistant coach of Onduparaka Football Club, appreciates his relationship with head coach Samson Sizo Kuti that has made the team to finish in a better position. Matches, it was not their target.
I find relationship, good relationship with Caesar. Anytime he calls me, anytime I call him, it makes the work simple for me. Otherwise, all in all, it is West Nile. We want to be great coaches. We are building for that. What we need to know is we have done nothing. If we are very happy for the response of the fans, how people respond to us. But for us, we are not yet there. We want to be in the top level. We don't get satisfied because we know that there's a mountain to climb. We want to be better coaches. We want to be like other coaches. We want to be known. We want to do a lot of job. Football is big. There's no other coach who said, I'm great, I'm doing that. What you have done, what you have achieved, thank to God. But we always angry to achieve more and more and more things. All in all, we are very grateful. In fact, we had a target. When we come here, we wanted to win the all games, but unfortunately, we could not make it.
Otim Simon, the head coach of Calvary Football Club, says matches they have not qualified for Uganda Premier League, they have managed to maintain the team in Big League.
We have concluded we have lost the game here in Green Light Stadium, 3-0. But one good thing that I am happy as a coach is we have kept the team in the Star Times FIFA Big League, whereby we are going to sit down and rearrange and check on what we did not do well and what we need to improve in the team so that we achieve our goal that we have not managed to achieve this season. We are very determined, and I know as a coach, I know next season we are coming back strong.
Ivan, also known as Young Elder, a big fan of Onduparaka, gives his view of the season.
Our primary target was to qualify for UPL, and somehow we narrowly missed. But so far so good. We are satisfied with what we have at hand. The boys did not. Okay, we did qualify as a club, but the boys put a very tremendous performance, especially in the second round, and we are okay with it. To the rest of my colleagues as fans, we should be calm. I don't expect any player to leave at this point. We have made mistakes, yes, in this season, and we have learned from it. And all I can tell everyone is that come next season, everyone, we are going to qualify, and we just need to make one or two things. And I also want to give a special thank to all the fans, all the Onduparaka fans. They have played their part. They have been the 12th player. In the field, we have 11 players, but all the time, the Onduparaka fans are passionately always behind the players. And you can witness from that. In the last game we played away, people traveled for such a game. It was a very long distance, but because of the love they have to the club, they traveled.
3 teams have been promoted to Uganda Premier League, and these are Police, Lugazi, and Bale Heroes. Meanwhile, Chetume, Young Elephant, Jinzanof United, and lastly Ndeja University have been relegated. Oraku Benson Pastore, West Nile Television, Nalka Sports News.
Away from that story of Caterpillars humble Midgo Calvary, let's have a brief summary about the FIFA Big League. The champions are Police Football Club. They have been crowned as the champions after finishing on top with 53 points. Second on the log was Lugazi Football Club with 50 points, and the team which completes top 3 was the team of Mbale Heroes with 49 points. In summary, 3 teams were promoted to Star Times Uganda Premier League, the top tier of Ugandan football. Meanwhile, some teams were also relegated to their various regional leagues. We have got Chetume Football Club, Young Elephant, Zinzanov United, and lastly, Ndeje University. These were the 4 teams that were relegated from FUFA Big League, and they will have to fight for their battle from their various regional leagues. Let's leave that one there, and let's jet international, and we talk about, I want us to talk about UEFA Champions League before we talk about other stories. Over the weekend, the final of UEFA Champions League was also played between the team of Real Madrid and the team of Borussia Dortmund. The final took place in England and at Wembley Stadium, and we saw Real Madrid beating the team of Borussia Dortmund by 2-0. 2 goals from second half from Dani Carvajal, right back from for the team of Real Madrid, and also Vinicius Jr. saw the Los Blancos lifting their 15th UEFA Champions League title, leaving the players of BVB side in tears. And it was the first of its kind. After so many years, we are seeing the team of Borussia Dortmund enter into the finals of UEFA Champions League. It did not end so well for the team of BVB side on 1st of June, and the year is 2024. Not only that, in also summary, remember, Champions League is all over. We also have got CAF Champions League. There is Asian Champions League. There is also North America Champions League, South America Champions League. Like I said earlier on, the one in Europe called UEFA Champions League, Real Madrid are the champions 2023/2024. Meanwhile, in South America, the champions are Fluminense. Fluminense is a team that plays in Brazil Serie A, beating Copa, a team that comes from Argentina called Boca Juniors in the finals. Not over the weekend, it was played then. Also, we had the final of CAF Champions League between the team of Al Ahly that comes from Egypt beating Esperance that comes from Tunisia, also in CAF Champions League final. And in Asia, it has been won by a team called Yokohama. Yokohama actually are the champions of Champions League in Asian continent. Meanwhile, in North America, the champions are called Pachuca. Pachuca is actually a team that comes from Mexico, and they did beat a team called Columbus Crew that plays in MLS in the finals. And FIFA Club World Cup is coming next year, whereby the champions from the different continents I've mentioned will be meeting between themselves, and there will of course have to be one champion, and the defending champions are Manchester City, that they are no longer into the competition. That means Los Blancos, Real Madrid, will be replacing Manchester City in the upcoming FIFA Club World Cup. Let's leave that one there, and we talk about the world of transfer. And Chelsea officially, they have confirmed the signature of Leicester City manager called Enzo Maresca, and he has signed a 5 years contract with the team of Blues with an option of 1 year extension. And this one comes after Pochettino leaving the team of Chelsea on mutual consent, and Enzo Maresca official is now the new head coach for the team of Chelsea. Not only that one, transfer still continues, though it has not been opened officially. And Kylian Mbappe, the player for Paris Saint-Germain that has been making headlines in the last 3 to 4 seasons transfer window, officially signs contract with the team of Real Madrid Los Blancos, and he will be joining Real Madrid when his contract with Paris Saint-Germain expires on 30th of June. That means on 1st of July, when the transfer window in Spanish La Liga will open, he will officially become a player for the team of Los Blancos. And I'd already talked about Chelsea now adding Enzo Maresca as their new head coach. And it has been me, Benson Pastore, and today is already 3rd of June and the year is 2024. That means we are only left with some few days, not even a month, for summer transfer window to officially open. I'm out of the studio. Let's link up again tomorrow, still for the same program of NILE Sports, which is under the umbrella of the biggest of it called the NILEcast.
Thank you, Rocco Benson Pastore, for that sports news and that sports highlight. That viewer marks the end of the Nilecast on West Nile Television. Thank you always, viewers, for taking the time to be with us from the beginning of the Nilecast to the end of the Nilecast on West Nile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent programs that may follow. My name remains Okumuringa Christine. Have a good evening.